Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to America's most beloved Firehouse Morning Show. A cup of Joe and some Fuego.
Oh my God!
Yes, former producer Pete, you are in fact listening to America's favorite morning firefighter show, A Cup of Joe and some Fuego. This segment is all about you and us because you send us in all your material. This show doesn't work without you guys. So please, 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 I'm going to put it up again. I forgot. Send all of your pictures, videos, even questions, comments, anything you want. Send it to KUBESPODCAST@gmail.com. That's what makes the show go. It's the company pride you guys have, the interesting stuff, the comments all around the world. You saw last week we went to Tivada. He's halfway around the world. So send in your stuff, and we will jump right into it. But before, let me remind you of the Salty Wire. It's a great app. It's got great content, original content from the Gettin Salty guys. $9.95 a month. You can't beat it. Buy it for a Christmas present for your loved one firefighter. Get it now. $9.95 a month. www.saltydogapparel.com. Okay. Let's get this one right out the box. Where are we going first? We're going to my boy. Hey, Kubes. Pick of my new leather lid with custom gold leaf front piece created by the famous Will Belinsky. He does wonderful work. I love Will. Certainly do. There it is. This is Paul Meyerberg's, the Rev. He's in the chat every time. I love that guy. He doubled down on this one, bro. He said, hey, Kubes, I hope you're well. Wichita Falls, Texas Fire Department, second alarm job, mid-morning on December 6th this year, 24. Heavy fire upon arrival with extension to exposure 2 and minor extension to exposure 4. Paul Meyerberg. Well, that is a good mid-morning one, bro. Looks like on Polk Street. A lot of work on Polk Street, I hear. Yeah, man. There's some good Fuego there. I tell you, man, these guys, the Rev's sending me stuff all the time from Wichita. They do some work there. They're doing some work now. Getting it done. New lids, new everything. Excellent. All right, my boy Hank here formerly from Newark. Says, hey, Kubes, Hank here. I'd like to submit a photo for use on the Cup of Joe show. You showed a picture of the firehouse on Belmont Avenue in Newark in a general state of despair. In other words, in terrible shape. I've attached a photo of the firehouse in its heyday, circa 1961. The members of Truck 5 were drilling with the 1953 Perch aerial in front of the firehouse. At left are the quarters of Truck 5, and at right were Engine 12. Oh, look at that. Really cool. Engine 12's quarters were built at left there. There we go, right? And salvage 2. Engine 12's quarters were built in 1893 and Truck 5 years later in 1898. You can see they're two separate buildings. Salvage 2 was disbanded in 1972. Engine 12 occupied the house until 2003 when they moved to new quarters with Engine 10 and Truck 5 on Clinton Avenue. Engine 12 was disbanded in 2010. The building served as the firehouse for 110 years and became one of the busiest firehouses in the country. During the war years, with 3 companies answering around 15,000 runs annually, everything around the firehouse basically burned to the ground over the years. I was born on the 3rd floor of a tenement directly opposite the firehouse. That's where we fucking buffed. And lived there from 1951 to 55. I saw the kitchen of 5 truck before I ever saw my crib. Laugh out loud. It burnt to the ground in the 1970s. Keep up the great work, Kubes. Come on, guys. Send those photos and videos in. Keep the Cup of Joe show going. I was remembering some of the cocklofts and I've seen going like hell. Kubes, they were challenging. God bless Hank. Hank's into the Cup of Joe. I love it. He knows what this is all about. He knows this is a community, and this is how we keep the community tight. All right, moving on. This one's coming in from my boy Pee-wee, a.k.a. Oh, no. Hold on. Where am I? Yes, Pee-wee. Here's a picture. Steve Laredo, Pee-wee. Here's a picture of our former pieces of apparatus. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of information on this particular engine, but it does have a great story. This is our 1941 Diamond T pumper known as the Flying Wedge because it tapered from the front to the back. Chrome wheels prior to World War II. It was being placed in service on Sunday, December 7th, 1941, when the members at the firehouse heard on the radio before television that Pearl Harbor was being attacked. At the end of its fire service life, it was transferred to the Public Works Department to use as watering vehicle. Unfortunately, the story about this beautiful fire engine ends sadly. When it came to dispose of the vehicle, it wasn't sold. It was cut up and buried next to the Department of Works building, and no one is sure its exact location could be. Steve Laredo, a.k.a. Pee-wee. That's a shame, man. We got to get the guys from, what do you call it? Guys looking for the treasure on Oak Island. Maybe we get them out and find where that rig is. But then again, they haven't found shit, so... And they've been doing this for 10 years. So who knows? I don't know. All right, next one. It says, good morning, sir. Ew, I don't like the good morning, sir. It's Kubes or bro or dude. It says, a few months ago, I sent a message to honor my father, Michael Mann, of the Renaissance City Fire Department as he entered the comfort care. I am sad to report that on October 7th, he passed away. At his wake and funeral services, the fire department pulled out all the stops, as the brothers usually do, and gave him a full honor guard detail. For his funeral procession, the funeral home to the churches, the procession was led by Engine 4, the engine he worked on his entire career. On the way to the cemetery, the procession stopped in front of the firehouse that he worked a majority of his career. Devastating as his loss has been, the devotion of this fire department has been a constant comfort. That's what the brothers do, man. Attaches a picture of the detail in front of the firehouse, the badge case of his assembled badges and patches, and the helmet font made upon his retirement. I want to add that I absolutely love the show, and watching it, along with my fire service videos, makes me feel closer to my father. Thank you for all you do, Daniel Mann. That's what the fire service is, guys. It's amazing. It really is, man. There's his badges, and there's the funeral procession. Guys do a fantastic job. The brothers always step up. What do we got here? Man, I completely forgot to put one down. All right, here we go. It says, so photos of Rocky Point Fire Department, Long Island, New York. Hi, Kev. Hope all is well. First photo, November 29th, a car fire. Second photos of a working structure fire. At command was my son, Sean McCarrick, Chief of Department 12-4-24. All brothers were battling high winds of this fire. Terry McCarrick. We know Terry. We love Terry. Here's the house fire that went to. And I didn't put another one in. There you go. McCarrick's doing some work out there. Yeah, man. Fire's still hot, even in Rocky Point. And this last one, I did not download the video. What do you call it? But okay, anyway. This last one is actually a letter. It comes from, we had his video on, I think, last week. Nick Balco, he's a lieutenant. It says, hey, Kubes, I've been a listener for the Gettin Salty podcast for years, and honestly never thought I'd see one of my video of mine in any of your content. Just to give you a little insight, because I hear you and Refrano surprised when guys tell you how few firefighters show up to the job, how few firefighters we show up to the job with. We staff 4 on a typical day. We're a full-time career department with 21 firefighters on the entire department. We're a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio. We do around 3,000 calls per year, fire and EMS. In a typical year, we'll see between 12 and 20 fires. That's a lot, man, for a small fire department. Fires within our city per year, with probable another 20 to 30 mutual aid jobs. So these boys are doing work, man. That day is with most. We arrived with a crew of 4. We're typically on our own for the first 5 to 10 minutes of any fire, so you can imagine the amount of work that we have to do with just 4. Just wanted to give you a little background on us. We two other fires within a few weeks of this one. We had 2 other fires within a few weeks of this one commercial storefront and another residential. And he sent me the link for that one. I'll have it on next week. Nick Balco, Lieutenant. Well, thanks, Nick. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you guys listening. And yes, that is something that I learned by doing this show. Like me and Louis say it all the time. We go to a job, we basically kill it with manpower. There's too many guys inside of the room. So the amount of work that you guys get done across the country with such little resources as far as manpower is amazing to me. It makes me proud. It really does make me proud to be in the fire service with you guys. All right, let's go to the videotape. Our first video comes in from Queens, bro. November 29th, engine 320, ladder 167. I believe they are the Queens Patriots on Francis Lewis Boulevard. Getting this one done, blowing out the windows. Oh, I gotta hear this picture. How many times am I gonna do that? Honestly, man, oh man, knucklehead. Guys, I gotta tell you, man, there's nothing better, nothing more than a chief wants to see than that white smoke coming out and little spurts of water, bro. Not that I was a chief, but I know from driving my brother the last year that is a sigh of relief. All right, where we going next? It says fire cam police and fire cameras. It says this was a vacant house fire. No kidding. I guess it looks like a vacant. First two engine had a story and a half, with the second floor fully involved on arrival. Not the first floor, since everything was vented. Quick knockdown by the time second due engine arrived. No injuries, but a little trouble with my pass device malfunctions. Video film with Fire 2 Cam 1080s from www.firevideo.com. There we go. Let's do it. It's pretty cool. Nice. Put the wet stuff on the red stuff, and the fire goes out. Boop, boop. All right, here we go. Next, we go to my man, Bill Kiviat. He sends me a ton of stuff. It says, soffit collapse. This frame grab below provides early video of the soffit collapsing. Soffit collapses on firefighters at Bakerfield, California Hotel. Note to Gettin Salty crew. I, Bill Kiviat, see a number of good training sequences with this video. I hope you do too. I'm sure Chief Lieb, Frank Lieb, now retired FDNY, could write a good article. Kevin, please make sure you send this link to the video to the rest of the crew. I'm also sure that the authors of 30 Fires must know, 30 Fires you must know, DC Frank Lieb and Billy Goldfeather, DC Billy Goldfeather, would find more than adequate. I know different areas of this country have different procedures. My comment above to the Gettin Salty crew are based on personal active fireground experience training and observing records and photographs, images, motion pictures, and videos of many, many fire, all types of fires and weather conditions in different cities beginning in 1954. Whoa, I didn't know Billy goes way back. Mr. Kiviat goes way back. I've also viewed many, many videos recorded by active fire buffs during the last 7 years on YouTube. Thank you for viewing, and comments are greatly appreciated. Bill Kiviat.
Tonight with breaking news of a structure fire in central Bakersfield. Here's a look at that fire, which engulfed most of the building. A piece of roofing fell off, nearly striking a firefighter on the ground. The fire broke out around 7:30 at what appeared to be an abandoned building on Union Avenue. More than 5 fire engines responded to put out the flames. It's unclear what caused the fire at this time or if there were any injuries. We'll continue to update this story as more information comes in.
Man, I think I'm going to do every cup of Joe like that. This just in, heavy fire coming in on Bakersfield, or a oven collapsed, and let's go to our man on the street. What do you think? Out. Nope, done. Last one. Here we go. This is from Landis Robbins, a.k.a. QC Beast. QC Beast. He's always in the chat. Because the last guest worked in the animal house, here's footage of 75 and 33 operating at a job in February of 1989. The chauffeur, Dano Hagelin, made 2 grabs at this job. Great firehouse, great fireman. I got to work a few tours with Danny and his brother, Captain Hagelin. There it is again. That's what the chief was looking for, that white smoke. Well, that does it, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, this show can only go forward if you send me your stuff. I don't care what it is. Send me questions. Send me thoughts. Send me whatever you got. Pictures, videos, your kitchen table, the inside of your firehouse, your boys after a snotty job. Whatever you got, send it if you want to see it on this show. Everybody wants to see it. I want to see it. And I want to continue this and grow this community. That's all I got. Let me get to the closing here. Where are we? Here it is. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Start right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start sending your stuff. And I'll see you again. God bless. Love you guys. Ciao.